Welcome, Carole Beu from the legendary Women's Bookshop on Ponsonby Road. What have you brought off the shelves this week?
Well, this is the Andre Brink novel Philida, or Philida maybe. It's only got one L, Philida maybe. Andre Brink is South African. He's a brilliant writer. His books twice have been shortlisted for the Booker Prize. This is extraordinary. It's about a black slave girl called Philida, set in South Africa. Not long before the slaves were freed there. She has she's given birth to 4 children, 2 of whom are still alive, by the son of her owner. And the family is called Brink, and in fact it is Andre Brink's own ancestors. He's looked back and discovered that his own ancestors were slave owners.
Gosh,
and
that would be an interesting bit of genealogy to do, wouldn't it?
Fascinating.
Thinking,
yeah, well, exactly. Yeah. But it's beautifully, sensitively written, but I still found it quite hard to read, just the topic and just what happens. But what keeps you going and gives you hope all the time is that as a woman, she is so resilient and such a feisty character, and you just know she's going to be okay, and that in the end, before the actual freeing of the slaves happened, she has become a free woman in herself. You know, she's free as a human being in herself. She's rejected eventually by, I mean, as a very young couple, she got together with the owners, with Francois Brink, the owner's son, and Franz, she calls him. And they grieve together when they lose a child.
So you do get a sense of some affection between them.
Absolutely.
Not that she has been forced to submit to him.
No, it's not. I mean, there's obviously a huge power imbalance, but yeah, it's quite loving. But in the end, he has to reject her because his family are going to get him to marry a wealthy white woman, so that the land can be kept and everybody can survive and be wealthy and so on. What happens to a lot of the slaves is very cruel, and I find it quite hard to read. You know, what human beings can do to other human beings is pretty hard to read. But there's that lovely thing of that no matter how hard it gets, she's going to be okay, and you know that because she's just so strong as a character.
So what is the era? Are we talking early 1800s?
Early 1800s, yes.
It's interesting. It hadn't sort of crossed my mind that this must have occurred in South Africa. I always think of slavery in the Americas and not in Africa itself, with white people being slave owners.
And there's a lot of talk about the Cape. They're a bit of a distance from the Cape, and it's several times. I mean, she actually walks all the way to the Cape, to Cape Town, to report on him because he hasn't given her the freedom that he promised.
So apart from the bleakness of the material, however, really good read.
Superb writing. And a wonderful read, you know, a very moving read, and really hopeful because of she becomes a free woman. She's so resilient.
We need plenty of stories like that. Thank you so much, Carole Beu.